It's Easter weekend. It's the coming of spring. It's a good time to think and reflect. Do something new. I'm making the dough for our empanadas that we're gonna deep fry later tonight. Like with most of our doughs, it needs to be kneaded a bit. There, you can see it a little bit better. I just kind of fold ends occasionally. Fold ends in one direction, then fold ends in another direction. All right, now I'm going to flatten it. We're going to make a disc. Look at that. Ain't that something? Okay, so that seems about right. What I'm gonna do, you know what? Just for the heck of it, a little more flour. Well, that was... Sometimes I get carried away. Put that on there. Mix it around a little bit. And I'm going to put this in the fridge. You can see what we have here. We're gonna wrap it up. And we're gonna put it in the fridge for at least 2 hours. Mine's gonna be longer than that because I got some other things going on. Not really, but trying to seem important. Watching basketball and stuff. So it'll be a little bit later, but you want to do it at least a couple hours. Give it time to chill out, get cool. Let it mingle, do its thing. Go into the fridge, you go, dough. Hey, we're off to making our empanadas now, which I can hardly pronounce. We're going to add our onion, two tablespoons of butter in our skillet. This other one's going to come into play shortly, just bear with me. And we're going to do this for about 8 to 10 minutes. Medium-low heat. And I'm going to add some oregano, dried obviously. And a little bit of smoked paprika. And we'll re-season afterwards. I like to season first, season last. I don't know, it just kind of seems to work. We've finished with our onions. Now we got 2 tablespoons olive oil. In the other skillet, we're gonna add our ground beef. There we go, nice sizzle. We're going to add half a pound pork sausage. If I can get it out. Squirt it through the tube. And the reason why we cook the onions at such a low heat, and we're doing this not very long either, is because all of this is going to be deep fried later. So it's going to cook more, and we don't want to overdo it at this moment. I really should have cut that wrapper open. Whatever. It'll work. We're going to brown this for just a few minutes at medium. And then we're going to add our peppers. Gotta love peppers. And sausage, the smell of sausage, peppers, oh my God. It's gonna be something, y'all. We're ground and we're browned here. So let's add our bell pepper, our garlic, and our jalapeno. We'll do this still around medium low to medium heat for another few minutes, and then we'll add our onions in. And secret. You can get hot, but I got mild for you. I know how youngs are. There we go. And I also added a touch more oregano to the onions while you were sleeping. So we're going to do some paprika. About a teaspoon. So now we're going to add our Saison. Like Goya. Nice. One pack. Now this looks beautiful. But patience. Patience. We got a ways to go. Now we're going to combine our onions with our meat and peppers. And we are going to let this sit for a bit. We're back to our dough again. As always, flour on surface, flour on fingers, flour on dough. And look at that magnificent dough. Just that. All right. And I'm gonna cut it in half, and then I'm gonna cut the halves in half. In other words, I'm gonna cut a quarter. So La Table, great place. Okay. So let's cut in half. I'm gonna preserve this half. Flour. There's our quarter. There it is. There it is. So what we want to do is make this rectangular and pretty thin. It's going to be a lot thinner than it was, well, as you see it now. I may have to get out my roller, we'll see, but I'm hoping to just do this by hand. Not a perfect rectangle. Oblong, I don't know. I did poorly in geometry. So there we go. We got our special cutter. Ain't that something? 4 to 5 inches. And we will cut them out. Just like our biscuits. And I always twist. I don't care what anybody says. I've got parchment paper here. There we go. Oh, look at us going. All right, so we're gonna add some egg white around each slice. This will help seal it a little bit better. Now we're adding our filling, about a tablespoon and a half to each one. And we also gonna put some mozzarella and some pepper jack in. So we gotta leave room for that. We got our cheese, pepper jack, and mozzarella, and we're gonna wrap them. Okay, we're wrapping. I admit my dough has not turned out quite as well as I was hoping. So I am not folding Argentinian style as I promised, although I've done it on some, but not cooperating. Anyhow, we tuck it. You want to seal it. Go. And now we're going to fry them. It's ready to go. So let's be careful. It's fun. We're having fun here, people. It's Easter. These are Easter empanadas. So we're gonna continue to fry this for a few minutes. I'll rotate about halfway, and then I'll take off and I'll put onto the rack. All right, so these are ready. These are ready. Look at this fat boy. Old fatty. Skinny. And that was about 4-5 minutes. Take this one out. Let them rest here for just a little bit. Let them drain some oil. Then I put them over on the wire rack. We've finished up our empanadas. We got our chipotle Spanish rice, some pico de gallo I made, some sour cream I did not make, and it's going to be good.
Permanent. These aren't all the serious side effects. Caplyta can help you let in the light. Ask your doctor about Caplyta.
So good.
Support at caplyta.com.
So we had our good night together. Thank you so much for taking time to watch what I do. I really appreciate it. I hope you all have a good Easter. By the time I post this, it will not be Easter anymore. And isn't it just a cruel joke that April Fool's Day is on a Monday? God, of all the worst days, at least be a Friday.
How can you be sure you're getting the right deal?
I have to talk to my bestie.
I'm Tyler.
Girl,
It's Cast Iron in the Kitchen.
boyfriend. It's got issues.
It's always going to be good. It'll always be weird, but always be good.
Show me the Carfax value.
Thank you. I appreciate you. Have a good night.